That's a pretty wild situation, right? Like those buyers, Dave, I know you're commenting on a few other situations where, builders have actually canceled contracts to relist later. But in this case, like buying that townhome at 900,000, like at the time, you probably have people from outside the city that thought, like from Toronto, like, oh, this is the new spot, fastest growing. I think Carleton Place was fastest growing city in Canada at one point. So people probably got in there thinking like, oh, this will be worth over $1 million in a couple of years, and went the complete opposite way. So, are you guys seeing that more often with builders? Like, what have you seen? And do you know anyone that was directly connected with those places out in Carleton Place?
I don't know. Oh, David, did you want to go ahead there?
You're on mute, Dave.
David. Sorry, just
go first.
Like you're about to
just
get
go
in
first.
There.
Sorry, no, go first.
I was just going to say I don't know anyone direct to that build, but interesting story about a property in Orleans. I'm not going to get into details here, but it sold for just under $1 million, brand new, spectacular home. And, it was originally purchased for 1.2 million with all the finishings. So that's what, 225,000 under what they originally paid. And they lost that money. They sold because they couldn't close on it. So but I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what that's all about. Like, you lose 225, you can't close. What's the difference there? Where's the balance in that? I guess you just don't want to be on the hook for that amount of time.
I don't know anyone who's personally connected to that, but when you guys want to talk about like that, just the whole situation in general and how it even got to that, I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah. Jump
I do
in.
know.
Go ahead.
Like I know of another. There is a builder out in Rockland that there's a street of townhomes that the last unit is owned by the builder. The townhomes closed even 3 weeks ago, a month ago, for 750,000. They've listed the last unit, exact same finishings and everything else as the others, for 550,000. Yeah. So they waited till everyone else closed, and then they listed for 200,000 less. And so all of those homeowners now, all of those comparables. So I know of one of the buyers that bought that they're down 200,000 immediately in value because their comp's not going to be there. They're pooched.
There's some,
and it's a townhome, like 750 to 550 is a huge drop.
And that number is exactly what's leading me to this comment. There are some builds in the surrounding areas, like in Rockland, where the townhome would have been 750 is now 550, and the singles are listed at 750. I'm seeing it at EQ in Kempville, and I'm also seeing it at where was the other location? There's another spot, but that $200,000 seems to be the average for builds. Oh, sorry, this is the other thing. There's an assignment sale in the same location that's to be built, and they're trying to sell it for 750. And there's no way. And then most of the other ones that were trying to sell on the other street, they turned into rentals because they couldn't sell them at even like 7, 650, 630, 6.
They just need something to cover themselves. I mean, I think this whole thing is kind of indicative of what happened. This is all, to me, from COVID, because what ended up happening, the city got way too expensive. Where's everyone going to start looking? Oh, well, we don't have to go to the office anymore. It's too expensive in the city. We're going to start looking on the periphery, right? And then, quite honestly, I think a lot of these builders took advantage of that, because there is no way, and I know all of us have been in a new build, whether it be in Arnprior or Carleton Place or Cornwall, and the quality is not even the same as what you would find in Ottawa, right? And you're seeing people pay 800, 900,000 for a place all the way out in Carleton Place. That's absurd. And it sucks for these people who, quite frankly, got taken to the cleaners, because those places are never going to be as resilient as the city. I mean, realistically, you go back, Greg, to what you were talking about, just in regards to stats, the inner city or Ottawa proper has been so much more resilient. Always going to be outliers, right? Like, you could find, I'm sure, a sale in Ottawa proper in the last year that took a big shave, but those are few and far between, I would say. Out in the periphery, like Carleton, like, you're seeing this happen all over the place. This is just the one that made the news. You're seeing people, okay, well, we paid 700 for it. Now they're selling for 550 or 6, or, going back to what I was saying, a lot of homes now that are being sold are vacant. You're seeing a lot of these newer builds that people are buying. They never had the intention of moving into them. And now they're stuck with huge assignment fees because the developer did not want them doing assignment sales, things like that. And it's really, really a shame to see that.
Well, it's like that resident so aptly said, these are $1 million homes,
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe because we'd really like that.